Today we're talking about how to negotiate better. I submit for project manager, having this skill set is critical because in truth, you're negotiating all along the way of the project, not just those big times that we commonly think of. When we're negotiating, we're really just trying to reach an agreement or a compromise by discussions with others. Another way to look at it is you're finding a way over or through an obstacle or a difficult path. So the ultimate goal is to get a win-win situation, a win-win negotiation, because it leads to better relationships and future deals. A lesson learned is to beware of those win-lose situations because in the end, they ultimately lead to lose-lose, and those aren't good in projects. So let's talk about some of the traps we want to avoid. So some of the traps can be making unnecessary concessions just to do the deal, or paying a premium just in order to avoid the process, avoiding putting effort into making a better deal, or even unwilling to haggle in fear of seeming cheap. And the last one is giving away the store just to gain the other side's approval. So those are some big traps we want to avoid. But a quick start or jump start, if you've never negotiated before, is to always think of, be honest and transparent. Present the approach of, hey, here's what I can do, here's what I can't do, so where do we go from here? But there's a better process in place. I use one from The Power of Nice, and there are 3 steps. There's prepare, probe, and then propose. So let's look at prepare. So when you prepare, you think through and you plan for your side and their side. And you want to think through, like, what are the precedents? What are some things that happened before that we want to remember? What are some alternatives? You want to go in with an alternative so you're not left with just one choice. And if you don't get that choice, then you lose. You also want to understand your interest as well as theirs. Those are powerful negotiating items. So think about deadlines as well. You don't want to find yourself pressed up against a deadline and be forced to choose something that doesn't end well for you. And there's a fact that like 80% of the negotiation happens in that 20% of the negotiating deal. So think through your strengths and weaknesses. Many times people downplay their strengths and they just assume that the other side doesn't have any weaknesses at all. So that's not a good position to find yourself in either. You also want to look at the highest goal and your walk-away position. Know when it's time to walk away. And then also get your strategy for the negotiations and your team. Some people try to go at it alone, but you can bring others with you. You can actually assign someone to actually lead the meeting and that negotiation process. And the second step is to probe, and that's about just asking questions. Continue asking questions and answer questions with questions. And the last part is proposing the offer. So there are rules here to remember. Always let the other side go first. Let them offer or they propose the solution. And don't accept their offer too quickly. Just really take it back and think through, like, how would that impact you? How would that impact your project or your organization? And then aim high. It's found that people who aim high and really go for more actually get it. So if you need a tool that can help you manage and track your negotiation process, then sign up for our software now at projectmanager.com.